passes the test at all. Ooh, hold up. So, unfortunately, it does not. It needs to be pure white on the inside. It's already starting to spore out, so maybe like a day too late on this one. Oak forests like the one that I'm standing right in front of are the perfect environment for a lot of our big fruiting mushrooms that you can find this time of year, that you'll find them usually around the base or along fallen logs. So hopefully today we'll be able to find some last minute mushroom before the end of the season and see what we'll be able to find. It's spooky season. Could be better for Halloween than going in a graveyard. One of the reasons why I chose here specifically is because of these trees, which are massive oak trees. I believe this is a red oak. It is a red oak. More specifically, I think scarlet oak. I'll put the botanical name up on screen. There are many different species of oak trees in the Midwest, but specifically in Illinois, we have around 20 native species, and the top three being bur, white oak, and the red oak species, and in this case, this is scarlet oak. But unfortunately, due to climate change, a lot of our oak trees, specifically the white oak group, has been in decline, and it's been affected by many different diseases. But researchers at the Chicago Botanical Garden and the Morton Arboretum are doing more research to figure out why this is happening and what we can do about it. For more information about oak tree decline and ecology in the Midwest, there's a few links in the description for those interested. Lear viola, blue violets. These are everywhere throughout here right now, along with some regular turf grass, some dandelions. Over here is some plantain or plantago. Oh, I can't remember the name, but I'll put it on screen. This is also edible. That's growing right here. Kind of looks like a succulent. That's how I like to remember it. This is evening primrose, which is on its first year growth. Next year it'll flower. We've got some poor man's pepper, brassica family, or pepper grass. Some pokeweed that's died back. But what's really cool is this catnip. One of the mint family mints is really cool. That's growing. Yeah, and this is also some evening primrose from this year. So that little sprout we saw back there, next year is going to look like this. And whoop! Kind of sounded like a fan noise on my arm. I feel like something flew on it, but didn't see anything. That was weird. So I don't think that this is going to be the fountain of fungi I thought it was going to be, because I have scoped out every single tree here and I've not found anything. But I think, oh no, this is broadleaf plantain. I thought it was those pussy toes plants as well, but there's also some ground ivy. But no mushrooms were found, but that's okay. It was a cool walk through some of the cemeteries, but I think I want to head to another spot that may maybe a cool example of some stuff that you can find. Let's see, patient and found bees. Some kind of Russella or milky cap. I'm not sure what species, but I'm gonna hold on to it. I'm gonna come back and figure it out. And there's a couple blooming right here, but I don't see any else. We'll keep seeing what else we see around. So I was walking past and found, well, this is one polypore that was here a while ago that's rotten, but here is a hen. It's kind of gross, and I'm probably a while too late on it. If I was really wanted to, I probably could get underneath and get some of it, but I'm gonna keep looking. And also, look, here's another one coming out too, so maybe if I come back here in a little bit, there'll be another one. And another one too. So there's still time. Oh, here we go. Would you look at this? Now this actually might be pretty good. It's splitting a little bit, a little hard. Let's see how gross this maybe is. Well, it's a little funky. Could be better. Some of the pores started to open up on the top. Probably end up getting some of the lower part of it. I'm not gonna get this whole thing. A lot of people are apprehensive or nervous about going mushroom foraging because are there other poisonous lookalikes? And in the case of this one, this is hen of the woods shown here, and there's no really other poisonous lookalikes apart from the black staining polypore, which actually is not poisonous. It's edible as well, but just won't taste the same. The key difference being if you were to cut both of them in half, one is going to stain when exposed, the other is going to stay white. Well, I think so far that these are a really great haul. But I'm gonna keep looking around and seeing what else I can find. I'm getting ready to leave. And I see this guy here, which this is a native plant. This is an Osage orange in the Moraceae family or mulberry family. And someone definitely brought this here because there's no Osage orange trees anywhere. And there's just nothing but oak trees. Bread plant. Alright, so now we have our basket brought in. We just got all of our mushrooms, so now we're going to take the time to process some of these. It was a good foraging walk out. We were able to get a good amount of hens, and I also have some other mushrooms here that I foraged a couple days ago. Funny enough, actually in another cemetery, and I actually found this huge hen of the woods. It probably was maybe 10, 15 pounds, and I liked it because when you cut it, it kind of looks like a brain like this, so that was really cool when I ended up finding it. So for today, I'm going to be processing a lot of mushrooms. Not only do I have these, but I also have some other mushrooms that I got the other day, which are all right here. I've got chicken of the woods, the hens, and also a bunch of different kinds of hens of the woods, I guess, that need to be processed. A lot of them are either dry or near cubed and need to be processed a certain way. So for the chicken of the woods, we're going to start with that first, and I have some frozen chicken of the woods, and the ingredients are on screen. So for the flavorings, I'm using some fresh herbs and garnishes and vegetables, and with some other seasonings, and you can see them for everything that we're using, or you can use whatever other seasonings that you want for this recipe. And today we're going to be making some jerky. Also, I'm getting some onions and thyme from the garden here, so if you have any fresh herbs, do that as well. So for this teriyaki jerky we're making, here are all the ingredients here, but you can use whichever flavorings. And I'm also making some chicken of the woods crackers, and secret ingredient, smoked paprika. And shout out to Chaotic Forager for giving this recipe for hen of the woods jerky. So you're going to start off by cubing your chicken of the woods and putting it in a hot pan with salt and getting as much moisture out as you can. Then by reducing the water down, you're going to start slowly by adding all of your ingredients to a food processor and mince until it's kind of a nice puree. Then you're going to add in your cubed mushrooms, your chicken of the woods, mushroom of choice. Really get into a really fine. The more you put it in the food processor, the better the jerky is going to come out. So you're going to put it on a pan, preheat the oven to about 170 to 200 degrees, spread it out in the pan, and then you're going to put that in the oven until it's dry. Check oven frequently. You don't want to burn these. And I'm making two different kinds of crackers with different ingredients. And here's the final product after doing that. I've got different flavored kinds of jerky. The darker ones are the hens, and these little cracker-like things are really cool. I'm happy with how those came out. So also, something I do want to add for preserving, keep one of these little decadent packets in there. They keep your jars dry and they keep your stuff fresh a lot longer. So this is the hen of the woods jerky. It came out beautifully. One was pureed or put in the food processor a lot longer, so it allowed for it to get much thinner and not crack when it was put in the oven. Unfortunately, I lost a good amount of my jerky by having it crack. In another case, I also have the chicken of the woods, which I accidentally made, but it turned into these beautiful crackers. So you can, not only does it dissolve like a little miso cube, but they also can be eaten in soup and eaten by themselves. So they came out great. So thank you all for watching this video. If you have any other questions, please make sure to reach out at the email, and hopefully you'll be able to find some new videos that you like. on the channel. And thank you to all of the Patreons on not only Instagram, but also people who support me through other avenues as well. And hope you all will join me again for another mushroom walk and cooking.